Hi, today we will take a look at the full Dutch car theory exam. That means we will get 50 questions, and out of the 50 questions we need to get 44 correct to pass the exam. We will look at questions that are very similar to the actual exam, and if you want to learn even more car theory rules, make sure to check out the full Dutch car theory video course at the website. But now let's take a look at the first question. You accidentally drove the wrong way on the highway. What should you do now? Should you drive backwards immediately or keep driving until it's easier to turn around? When you are driving the wrong way, you need to get away as fast as possible. So that means you need to drive backwards immediately. The bridge is going up, so you have to wait. Are you leaving your car engine on? Then the right answer is no, you turn off the engine because you have to wait. You are only allowed to transport heavy loads in the trailer. Is that correct? It is not mandatory to transport all heavy loads in a trailer. You can also do it, for example, in the trunk of your car. So the right answer here is no. And are you allowed to overtake a tram on the right here? In the Netherlands, normally you are not allowed to overtake someone from the right. However, there are a few exceptions, and the tram is one of them. So the right answer here is yes, we are allowed to overtake the tram from the right. What does this mean? Does this sign mean a motor-driven vehicle with a limited speed? A motor vehicle with higher speed capability? Is this a priority vehicle or a tram? Well, if you see this sign on a vehicle, it means it's a motor-driven vehicle with a limited speed. So for example, a tractor. Do you have to stay in the left lane? Yes or no? Take a good look at the image. What do we see? The arrow pointing towards the right. So here the opposite is the case. Because you are required to change lanes. You can see the arrows on the road surface that are indicating that the lane will end soon. Who do you give priority to at these signs? All road users, all drivers, all road users on the intersecting road, or all drivers on the intersecting road? Here, the right answer is all drivers on the intersecting road. And with the intersecting road, we mean the crossing road. So you let drivers coming from the left or right pass. What happens with the shorter following distance? Do you increase your fuel consumption or decrease your fuel consumption? When you are driving close behind someone, you have to brake, accelerate and shift gears more quickly. Whereas if you maintain enough distance, then you can maintain more of a constant speed and therefore consume less fuel. So with less following distance, your fuel consumption increases. Who has priority? The blue car or the white car? In this situation, the blue car goes first, because this is an intersection of equal priority. And in the Netherlands, drivers crossing from the right at an equal intersection have priority. You drive with multiple license plates on your trailer. Is that allowed? Then the right answer is no. You are only allowed to have one license plate on your trailer. And are you allowed to show a printed copy of your driver's license to the police? Well, you must always have your driver's license with you. So showing a printed copy or a photo of your driver's license on your phone is not valid. So the right answer is no, that is not allowed. Where do you fill out the accident report form for a minor accident? At the side of the road? In the middle of the road, in a parking lot, or on the emergency lane? Well, because it is a minor accident, you can still drive on. So that is why you need to drive to a parking lot. So that is to not obstruct the other traffic. Who has priority? Is it the pedestrian or the white car? Then the right answer is the pedestrian. If you see someone in a wheelchair who is blind, on crutches or disabled, then you must always give them priority. And what is the correct right-of-way order here? We have a yellow car, a red pedestrian and a white car. The yellow car is driving straight ahead and they see the white car at the right. But that one is behind the shark teeth, so that means the white car doesn't have priority. And if the yellow car drives straight ahead, the pedestrian won't be obstructed either, so the yellow car goes first. Then we have the white car and the pedestrian left. The pedestrian is crossing, so the white car goes second and the pedestrian is last. Are you allowed to park here? Then the right answer is actually yes, because as you can see on the sign, this sign only applies to trucks. The police are not using flashing lights. What is the correct right-of-way order? So because the police are not using any flashing lights and sirens, the normal right-of-way rules apply. So for oncoming drivers and drivers moving in the same direction, it is first traffic that goes straight ahead, then a small turn and then a large turn. So in this situation the cyclist goes first, then the white car because it's making a small turn, and then last up the police. You are stuck in a traffic jam. Are you allowed to overtake from the right in this situation? So normally you are not allowed to overtake from the right in the Netherlands, but the right answer here is yes. Normally you are not allowed to overtake on the right. There are a few exceptions and a traffic jam is one of them. So if you want to know all the places where you are allowed to overtake from the right, make sure to check out the full car theory video course. At which traffic light can you expect oncoming traffic? Traffic sign 1, 2, both traffic signs, or neither traffic sign? The right answer here in the Netherlands is at traffic sign 1. So when you think of a round traffic light, think of the letter E. From everywhere you can expect traffic, including oncoming traffic. But at traffic light 2, you cannot expect traffic from the opposite direction. Can the doctor prescribe exactly the same medication but in a form that affects your driving ability less? The right answer is no, because if the medication is exactly the same, it cannot influence you less. And what is a moped? Is it a motor vehicle or a motor-driven vehicle? Well, a moped is seen as a motor-driven vehicle. So if you are being asked if a moped is a motor vehicle, then the right answer is no, because it's a motor-driven vehicle. Because a moped, light moped, a vehicle for disabled people and an electric bicycle fall under the category of motor-driven vehicles. And at which traffic sign can you expect drivers from the left? Is that sign 1, sign 2, both signs, or neither of them? Here the right answer is both signs, because just like the traffic light, think of the round sign of the letter E. You can expect drivers from everywhere. Are you allowed to turn the front fog lights on here? Well, this is a very difficult question because you can't really see how much fog there is. But the right answer is no, we only have a small amount of fog and we can still see well in front of us. And the front fog lights are only allowed to be turned on when visibility is less than 200 meters. Here you can still see well in front of you, so you don't have to switch on the fog lights. And when do you switch on the rear fog lights? In fog and when visibility is less than how many meters? 20, 50, 100 or 200 meters. Then the right answer is 50 meters. So you switch on the rear fog lights if visibility is less than 50 meters. Your car does not function properly. Are you allowed to stop here? We see that it is a closed driving lane, but you can still use it for emergency situations, because currently it is an emergency lane. So the right answer is yes, you are allowed to stop here if you have an issue with your car. What do shark teeth mean? Give way to drivers on the intersecting road? Or you have right of way over drivers on the intersecting road? Then the right answer is the first answer, so you must give priority to drivers coming from the left or right. You want to turn left. Who has priority? The yellow cyclist or the white car? Then the right answer is the yellow cyclist, because with oncoming traffic, the traffic that goes straight ahead goes first, and then the turning traffic goes. What number indicates the stopping distance? The stopping distance is the reaction distance and the braking distance combined. So first, let's look at 1. You see that you need to brake and then you actually brake. That is the reaction distance. So how long does it take for you to react? At 2, your reaction is braking. So here you have the braking distance. That is the time it takes for the car to stand still from the moment that the brake is applied. So the right answer is that number 3 shows the stopping distance. You want to turn around. Do you still need to wear a seat belt? Yes or no? The right answer is yes. So if you are turning around, you still need to wear a seatbelt and you are towing a car, but you see this sign. Are you allowed to drive through? Well, having a towed car is considered having a trailer, and this sign indicates that it is prohibited for vehicles with trailers, so the right answer here is no. Who has to give way to the military convoy? Car 1 and 2, car 2 and 3, car 1, 2 and 3, or no car at all? We are at an equal priority intersection, and the first car of a military convoy has already passed all the cars here. So all the cars have to give way to the military convoy. You see this sign. What is your maximum speed? Is that 50 kilometers per hour or 80 kilometers per hour? Well, if you take a look at the sign, you see the letter N from National Road. And you will find national roads outside of built-up areas. So the maximum speed here is 80 kilometers per hour. And the best place for a safety hammer is next to the driver's seat. Is that correct? Here the right answer is yes, that is the best place for a safety hammer. And where is your car positioned correctly? In situation 1, 2, both situations, or neither situation? This one is pretty easy, because what you see here is a stop line, and you must always stop before the line. So not on the line itself. The right answer is situation 1. And which icon indicates a start-stopping system? Icon 1, 2, 3 or 4? 1 indicates the start-stop system. 2 is ABS, 3 is a risk of skidding, and 4 is cruise control. What do these long lines indicate on the road surface? The long lines indicate that there is a warning for a different situation. And do you need to move one lane to the left if you want to go to Nijmegen? Here you are already in the correct lane, so the right answer is no. Because in the Netherlands you are supposed to drive as far to the right as possible. And here we have 2 lanes going to Nijmegen. Who has priority, the pedestrian or the white car? Then the right answer is the white car, because in a residential area, the normal right-of-way rules apply. And in this situation we see the side of the pedestrian, so the pedestrian is crossing. And if you see the side, it means the car goes first. But if you see the front or the back of the pedestrian, then the pedestrian has priority. And what is the correct right-of-way order? Here we see 3 road users. The orange pedestrian, the red car and the white car. The white car is driving on a priority intersection because we see the shark teeth. And the white car sees the side of the pedestrian. If you see the side of a pedestrian, so the pedestrian is crossing, then it means that you have priority, so the white car goes first. Then we have the red car and the pedestrian left. The red car sees the front of the pedestrian, and when you see the front or the back of a pedestrian, you slow down. So the pedestrian goes second and the red car is going last. Are you allowed to overtake someone on the left in a traffic jam? Yes, that is allowed. You can overtake someone on the right and on the left in a traffic jam. Can you get out of the car now? Yes or no? Well, stepping out of the car is seen as a special maneuver, and then you give way to all road users. So the motorcycle goes first. And the right answer is no. Are you allowed to load and unload here? Well, what do we see in the image? A sign that says it is prohibited to park and also to stand still. But the right answer is actually yes here, because the sign only applies to the side of the road where the sign is placed. Unless it says zone, that means the entire area, but it doesn't say zone here. You want to turn. Do you need to use the turning signal at the traffic light? Yes, that is mandatory. And who has priority? The funeral procession or the white car? In this situation, the funeral procession goes first, so you must let the entire funeral procession pass. You are driving on a new road surface. What happens to your grip on the road surface? Do you have more or less grip? New asphalt can be very slippery, and that results in less grip in the beginning. Someone is walking with a bicycle in their hand. Is this a pedestrian or a driver? If you walk with a bicycle in your hand, then you are a pedestrian. What is the minimum speed of a vehicle on the highway? 50 km per hour, 60 km per hour, 70 km per hour or 80 km per hour? On the highway, your minimum speed should be at least 60 km per hour, but keep in mind that is according to the theory. So driving 60 km per hour on the highway is extremely dangerous, so make sure you actually drive faster than that. A child who is 1.10 meters tall is wearing only a seatbelt. Is that allowed? Then the right answer is no, because if you are under 1.35 meters, you must use a child seat. Windshield wipers consume the most energy in your car. Is that correct? The right answer to this question is no. The air conditioning consumes the most energy in the car, not the windshield wipers. And by what color can you recognize high beams? By the blue color, yellow color, or the green one? Well, the blue icon indicates that your high beams are on. What is the minimum tread depth of your summer tires? 1.4 mm, 1.6 mm, 1.8 mm, or 4 mm? Then the right answer is 1.6 mm. Thank you so much for watching the car theory practice exam. If you want to learn more, you can also check out this video or check out the full car theory video course at the website.